Okay, and then this, I'd like to try to fix this problem. I read a few comments. Some people thought that this doesn't close because of the plug for the machine gun. That's the two prongs for the plug stick up over here. But, you know, after taking that off, because I totally stripped this down, the cover still doesn't close. I mean, the hatch still doesn't close. And the problem is the center line of the hinge with the hinge pivots, the hatch pivots on the hinge. So maybe if some of the plastic were sanded down along this edge with like one of the drum, like the sander bits in a Dremel, very carefully sanded it, maybe it would close. Um, I actually think that I'm gonna move this plug. like I'm not able to do IR battle where I mean I live in Rhode Island. There is no tank groups around, no IR battles, tank battles. So I mean a few of my other RC tanks, they're airsoft, and I mean I really like this tank, and it doesn't matter if it doesn't have the airsoft or anything, but I'm removing all the IR battle features from this, and so I think I'm gonna put a hole through the turret for the wire to go through, and so I can have the machine gun hooked up all the time, and then maybe I can even just cut this section out, and then I wouldn't even have to mess with the trying to sand some plastic off the hatch. That's an idea, and it's something I'm going to look at. And then also, the mantlet sits, like the bottom half of the turret, the mantlet sits there, and then the top half, captivates it. Well, the pins on the mantlet are just really sloppy loose in here. And I read a comment that there's like bearings or a bushing you can put on those. So somehow I'm going to try to fix that problem too, because the thing is loose and it just kind of looks funny when you elevate it. You adjust the elevation up or down. But I'm gonna like put the halves together and try to actually measure what the diameter of the this hole is, so that maybe I could just put like I've got like brass tubing, like telescopic tubing sizes. Maybe I could put a piece of brass on that, or maybe I can even make my own bushings. I have a small hobby-sized lathe, so I'm going to look at that too. But it's kind of strange that there's a screw, the back of this screws onto the mantlet, and the screws, they actually cut right into those little pivot, where they pivot. So I don't know, it's just not a very well thought out thing, I mean, I would think like the screw could have been moved either up or down, or they could have relocated the screw hole. I don't know. I'm going to try to solve that problem too. I try to do everything I can without purchasing aftermarket parts. As I've got some machines to work with, and but anyway, those are a few more things I'm gonna change. I like what Rubicon 99 did. He has a machine gun in front of the commander's position. It's almost kind of like the Fury tank. They put a 30 cal in front of the commander's hatch, and they also have the 50 cal on the back. So I'm not sure what this little boss here is for. I almost think it's for like a machine gun mount, but it looks kind of, I don't know, looks kind of not original, out of place. So that's probably going to come off. And so like you can rough these things down with the drum sander on a Dremel very carefully, and then you got to sand, and if you went too deep, you got to fill in. So just a few little modifications, and I'm not going to go crazy with it though. But you know, I'm going to stop my build thread maybe even tonight, so I'll see what I can get on there. Okay. Cheers, everybody from Rhode Island.